What's up, guys? St0p here, bringing you another audio commentary, copyrighted by WCReplays.com. My first of the new patch, so I figured it's sort of important for me to talk about the patch and my opinions on it. So while I'm doing that, get Game 1 uploaded, 1 minute mark, 1x Fog of War off, my point of view, same as usual. Talk about the patch a little bit quickly. First of all, long overdue. I'm sure I don't really need to say that because you've all been waiting for it just as long as I have. I like the changes balance-wise for the most part. I would have liked to see a Fairy Fire nerf, just in terms of duration, because it's 2 minutes long. They used to nerf slow used to be 2 minutes, and they nerfed that because it sort of forces you to get dispel versus slow. Whereas now it's only a minute long. You can actually do mass raider strats or things like that for a short period of time. You would probably eventually want dispel, but you can at least dual bestiary successfully. But it's a lot harder to do that versus dots because Fairy Fire lasts 2 minutes, and a lot of people were thinking that was going to get nerfed, but no, you can't get everything you want. Otherwise, the Human Tower Rush nerf, the Scout Tower Repair, huge improvement, I think. I've been tower rushed. I've lost to tower rushes still, and when I should have lost is when I made early game mistakes when the Archmage had got level 3 really quickly. But if I kill footmen or if I keep them to a low level and I have a good base, then it's really anybody's game, which it didn't used to be. It used to be if the towers get up for me, I'd probably lose. So it's a good thing that that's been changed, I think. As far as Elf goes, I can't really comment on the Dryad nerf so much. I mean, I like it as an Orc player. I don't know how it affects them versus Undead because I don't play Elf or Undead. DH Orb nerf I like as well. I really like, as well as the Staff nerf, I guess that's a nerf to everyone who uses that type of staff, Rod of Necromancy, all those things. Orc never really had an item like that, I don't think, so it doesn't really affect us. Happy with that. One thing I was really upset about the fact that they did not ban any hackers, delete accounts, or at the very least, mention the map hack in some way, or the disc hack in their patch notes, patch log, say it's coming, whatever. It's really disappointing to everyone who's been playing the game and been laddering a lot, and it just shows Blizzard just doesn't care anymore, which is understandable, I guess. The game is pretty old, but still, it hurts. No one wanted to play. No one likes playing against hackers. And you check the WC Replays members section and you'll see they're pretty hated. So that's enough to say about the patch, I think. You have Game 1 uploaded at 1 minute mark, 1x speed. It's Orc vs. Human on Turtle Rock, which is, again, like I say it again, not the best Orc map. This whole audio I'm going to be doing, I originally intended to do it about adaptation, and I was going to focus on ladder games, so these are all ladder games of mine. And it turns out that everyone is a versus human game. So I don't want you to view it as an Orc versus human audio, because most of these strategies are not standard. I just want you to... what I'm trying to teach you guys is how important it is to adapt, particularly on ladder, where people will throw different kinds of strategies at you, and how you have to be ready for that, prepared for those strategies. So anyways, with Fog of War off, if you look at my human opponent, he has no altar, and his barracks is at 90%. If I had a map hack, I would know instantly that he's going to be Firelord tower rushing me. But I don't have a map hack, and I don't know that. So the best I can do is expect the worst, and the worst on Turtle Rock is a tier 1 tower rush. If you look at my base, both my altar and my barracks are well in front, aggressively placed, and I have my first burrow below my barracks, also very well placed. So basically, if he's going to tower rush me, he'll either do it in range of the burrow or too far away from my gold mining peasants, and maybe even my Great Hall to matter to me. So it's a pretty good early start versus tower rushes. I don't know a tower rush is coming, obviously, and my plan on this map is to creep the Ogre Warrior camps, or to creep for level 2 and then rush the shop and then start my harass from there. With good Blade Master items. So that's the initial plan in my head as I'm starting the game. So speaking of starting the game, let's get this unpaused in 3, 2, 1, unpause. So standard opening from me. Again, I want to stress the base is well made. I'm sure everyone by now has read Grubby's article, Concept Builds. There's a nice little space between my burrow and my Great Hall for demolishers to fit through. I think it can fit through there. I hope it can. Usually I leave a bigger space than that, especially because at tier 2 I often throw up a tower. But I'm pretty sure that's big enough for a demolisher anyway, and if it isn't, it can go south of my altar. There's nice openings there. My burrows are tight together. I don't like my burrows being surrounded by defend footmen, which is one of the reasons that it's nice to have them tight together. But when you do have them tight like this, it means that less total peons can repair one burrow, which can suck if towers are hitting them. But the whole idea is to keep the towers out of range of your burrows and out of range of your gold workers. So again, I don't know the tower rush is coming, but those are the general principles of stopping a tower rush. Notice something important that I did. My scout peon, I scouted the close spawn first, obviously, because I know I'm versus human, and close spawn is not a good time if you're versus human. I mean, it could be, but if they tower rush you, it's much harder to stop. And then I send my scout peasant across the middle, and because of that, I see 2 footmen, or I saw a footman at least, and now I see the militia, and so I know right away he's going to be tower rushing, and obviously I'm not going to creep against a tier 1 tower rush, because I don't have my voodoo launch up yet, and I will be taking damage, which is never good. So I attack here. Usually it's much better to wait until the militia are not militia anymore, but I can choose to attack because I want to delay him getting to my base and give my voodoo lounge time to go up. If you can cancel your voodoo lounge, you're in a lot of trouble. So here's where I should not be fighting on my part. Big mistake, but it's not going to be a huge game costing thing. I just wanted to do as much damage as possible to the fire spawn, lava spawn. The last thing you want is for that thing to multiply on you. Does that mean you always focus him first? Not at all. But if you have the choice between focusing Footman, which he's going to replace really quickly, the Fire Lord, which he can dance, it doesn't really do any damage on its own, or the Militia, which are faster than you, faster than your grunts at least, it's better to focus the Fire spawn, I've found, the Lava spawn. However, now that they're not Militia anymore, I want to take them out as quickly as possible. And unfortunately, he's done a pretty smart thing, and I didn't see this coming. He's built his towers in a little crevice above my altar, and as you can see, my grunts and Blade Master are having a very hard time getting to them, and I actually stupidly get myself trapped with less mana than I should have, and I'm forced to teleport. So again, not a very ideal beginning by me. Some things to quickly note: I delayed my second grunt in favor of building a war mill. The advantage to that is you can already see I have a tower going up. My towers have better range than him, so hopefully that's going to help me out. I'm also researching spiked barricades. He definitely doesn't have defend yet, but when he does, my burrows become absolutely useless. Even the towers become pretty much useless, and so you have to find a way to punish him for attacking you, and spiked barricades the perfect answer for that. It's a really great underused upgrade. I even get it now versus human. I get it versus all humans now, regardless of whether or not they're a tier 1 tower rushing me. It's that useful. So anyways, you see a lot of his peasants are in the red. I've killed a few footmen. I have towers going up, but he doesn't have any footmen or mana for a lava spawn to stop those towers. My grunts can safely heal in the back of my base, but I stupidly, under bad control on my part, one of the healing things gets cancelled. This grunt here, you'll notice I'm microing him, but he's going to die, but my whole idea behind microing him there was to try and block the Fire Lord. I failed miserably at that, but that's okay. Grunts aren't going to be incredibly important. I mean, you don't want to give them free experience if they die to the towers. It's not the worst thing in the world. You don't want it to happen, obviously, but they're going to be less and less efficient at killing footmen as the game goes on, because your base will be surrounded by towers. And the Blade Master, the idea behind the Blade Master first is that the higher level he gets, the more easily he kills the footmen that are attacking your base. And really what happens, how most people lose on tower rushes, is they just are unable to kill the defended footmen, which are destroying their burrows or their catapults or whatever. So anyways, some grunt pathing there. Again, that helps me out a little bit. I kill the Fire Lord, now I kill his footmen, and now I have free range over his peasants, which are nice and weak. I choose to focus the peasants first instead of the repairing tower, instead of the building tower. That's because once my demolishers come out, which isn't going to be for a while because I still haven't teched, I'll be able to quickly take down the towers without having to focus the peasants first. Peasants repair towers still very quickly once they're upgraded, so here I almost lose my Blade Master to lag. I didn't really need to waste this windwalk, but I didn't want I didn't want to lose the game right there. So you see he takes down my altar, which is unfortunate, and he's sending here to defend